Ross, real feeling of job done tonight. Farsley Celtic 1, Oxford City 3. Safe after what has been a tumultuous season. What are your thoughts after that game?
Delighted. Obviously we knew it was going to be a difficult game. Sort of the unknown really, but we had to come up here and prepare as best as possible. I think the boys did that. We had a little bit of a slow start, I'd say. We had to weather against sort of a low block and work our passing, and frustrated us at times. But I think the only disappointment from tonight is probably the clean sheet we wanted. I think it's definitely avoidable that goal to maybe win the ball in the middle of the park, and to be fair, he's caught the ball. It's a great strike, to be fair, but I think that's the only real disappointment I'd probably say is that clean sheet that we've been really good with in recent weeks. So we know it's a difficult place. The atmosphere wasn't there. There's not enough fans here to generate that. We brought our fans as usual. They were here to support us home and away, up and down the country, but I think it was a bit of a cagey start. We knew we came here to try and get the win. We've done that, so we get onto the bus now in good spirits, knowing we've done a good job.
18 days ago, we dropped into the relegation zone. The turnaround's been remarkable.
Yeah, it has. I think the attitude and performances have been really consistent. We've kept a very consistent lineup. We've had injuries, we've had suspensions. The boys have come in and held their shirts, and rightly so. They've earned the right to do that. We've had some really standout performers. We've had some really great team performances. We've had some great individual moments. So we've got a lot of things to dissect and go through and think about, because the last few games have been really good. Now, the only disappointment today was the clean sheet we wanted. We didn't get. We could have maybe scored one or two more from a couple maybe Coyle's crosses. But other than that, real solid performance to come here. It's a difficult place. It's a decent distance from Oxford, but professional performance today, job done, so the boys should enjoy it.
Does the conceding the goals sting a little bit more, because we've had 3 clean sheets in a row, we've gone 3.5 games without conceding, and then they've scored an absolute stunner, to be fair to them.
Yeah, it's a great strike. I think we can definitely avoid it in the build-up, maybe do a little bit better with whether it's second ball. I can't really remember what happened, but they've got some really tricky players, really good players in attack. Defensively, they sat in and made it really difficult and frustrated us at times. We knew it was going to be the case. We just had to try and stick with it. But they've got some real key individuals that are bright, sharp, unpredictable, strong, powerful, quick. And I think we had to really be on guard with that. So, good performance. I think that was a good, solid performance to come to a team who are quite unpredictable at the moment, who are fighting for their lives and scrapping for every point. So I think, we get into the bus now in good spirits, knowing that job done, we rest up and we go again next week now.
A word on Farsley, because they're a young team. They've had the problems that have been well documented off the field. It's a tough time for them. Unfortunately, they've been relegated this evening. But those players really gave a good account of themselves, and I think we've seen that they're going to keep doing that until the last ball is kicked, just like us.
They did. I mean, it wasn't easy at all. The midfield battle, they were giving our midfielders a real battle in there. I think they nutmegged Ashby 3 times. They've got ability, these players. And I think we had to pay attention to that and not become complacent or keep switching off. We had to really be on it, and that's respect to them and the manager and the football club. I think if you take him lightly, they've got ability to put one in the top corner like they did. So we knew it was difficult. Teams have come here and only scored 1 against them. We knew that. They worked their shape really well, and they got some key individuals that can hurt you on the day. So listen, it's a great performance, great victory, clean sheet. Obviously, I'm devastated for Loz in the back line, but we move on now. Another win, and we move on now.
We can still see you, by the way.
Okay.
So we'll continue with one more question. But safe. It's been a difficult season. It's not where we really want it to be, but the players have stood up to the question. Especially in the last few games, to get us out of the mess that we were in. Yeah,
I think we have to come together. We've not had a massive squad all season. A few bodies have been dropped out, a few haven't been playing, a few boys have had injuries, a few had suspensions. We've had new faces coming in, loans coming in, and I think it's really important that we reflect on this period and what happened maybe start of the season, mid-season, and towards the end of the season, and really break it down. We've got obviously a core of players in there that I know really well. And we're just looking at, maybe how we can change things looking forward in pre-season and what direction we need to go in. But definitely sort of food for thought on the back of on the bus on the way home, of how we change things, how we tweak things, why our performances have increased over the last few weeks. What's the difference been in the back line? What things in the forward attack that have worked well? So it's a nice time to reflect and regroup. The season isn't finished yet though. We've got games to play, and I just said to the boys there, no one's on their holidays, no one thinks it's job done. If you think it's job done, you just won't play. We need to make sure we see the season out as professional as possible. The staff are not going anywhere. The staff are going to be professional, and the players need to stand up to that as well. So we need to carry on with how we're going. The intensity, the enthusiasm, the urgency needs to remain. And I think that's a real sort of key message in the changing room after the game, that our standards need to stay high and the players need to fulfil their duties. So yeah, great victory. Boys are really in good spirits. We're going to get some food now, get on the bus and enjoy the journey home.
Ross, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.